Hi, my name is Elliott Jerome Brown Jr., and I'm a 2018 Workspace resident at Baxter St Camera Club of New York. The title of the show is A Simple Song, and it was named after a Billy Preston song that belongs to an album of the same name. And in the song, he kind of describes having created a song where the melody, the lyrics, all of the arrangement is quite simple, but his record label decides to embellish the song beyond his intent so that it has further success on the radio. And this is all stuff that he describes in the song. Like, he has a song that's about writing a song. When I heard him describing this process of having created something very simple and something very delicate that was meant to be understood between he and another person, I immediately related it to my practice, creating some kind of distance between the viewer and the thing that's happening in the photograph via a structure is a through line in everything that I make. All of those things kind of assist this effort to speak in speaking to things that are difficult to access. Even as you are mastering yourself and even as you are, being vulnerable and sharing yourself, there are still so many things that are left uncommunicated to some extent. And I'm interested in highlighting those moments of inaccessibility. And I think by focusing on privacy, I'm insisting that the viewer keep a certain distance from what's happening in the photographs. I made the work behind me in consideration of an awning. I was really interested in how the awning could be used to kind of offer a sense of protection. So I'm already doing that in the images by turning people away or making an image mostly shadow or closing someone's eyes in an image. I'm already creating a distance and a space for that person or for this image rather to be amongst themselves. But the awning would kind of double down on that. I had made this image prior to making this structure, but when I was considering what photograph I wanted it to be, I chose this one because of the act that was taking place. This person is enduring an act of transition, and I wanted to offer these supports and these guides to an act of transition. Again, this is an instance of art making. And while a lot of these photographs come as a consequence of just living and being in these folks' lives and being prepared to make a photograph, I'm not necessarily protecting them within the photograph because their lives are much greater than what takes place in the image. And they need protection in other ways that the image simply doesn't do. I think when you're dealing with art and because you're consenting to that experience, sometimes the impact of these gestures is not as grand as it would be if I was actually applying these things in my actual life, which is really my goal, is for people to think about this practice and maybe consider it as a framework for their own working life.